Okay, I'm going to start with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we shall forgive others. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Okay, this video is called Spiritual Terrorism. Could what I'm be experiencing be the voice of God weapon? You must forgive me because I'm getting like severe blocks with this stuff I'm experiencing with the helm, so this is just a continuing statement. This is what I've been researching. The voice of God weapon is the closest thing to what I've been experiencing, with voices from a handler in my head telling me what to do, with a dose of pain to boot if I do not obey the instructions, as I've said in earlier videos. There is a video that relates to this which I'll put in this next spot here and in the description box. Basically some of the stuff I've been researching is psychotronic weapons, as I say, the voice of God weapons, and like this kind of relates to something that I think is like might be coming from a satellite. I don't know. The only theory so far I've come up with is this may be satellite, or maybe some future military graded 5G, could be 7G, who knows. This is able to track you in some sort of skull locking device that targets your pineal gland to your nervous system, where my body can go on functioning and I can hide the hell internally I am in. But with what I've experienced with the dose of pain or helming they give you, it gives you symptoms such as mind blocking, forgetfulness, especially short-term memory, super tight feeling like a snake around the waist, as I've said before. That can slew your legs, messing about with your internal organs, being shot or stabbed. I'm currently being drilled in the feet, so this affects your whole nervous system, the dose of torture that they give you, and having a pile of pressure on me like I'm being pushed to the ground, weakness in my arms earlier, and breathing restriction, which I'm having now. And the symptoms are getting heavier each day, depending on what my handler and what's decided for me with the helmsters to do to me that day. And that's because I don't bend my head down to my handler, Jeremy Chatsky, who I'm alleging, and his partner, which is Julia Greenberg, alleged, and to his demon god, being a paedophile, an astral projected rapist, a terrorist, spiritual terrorist, and a devil worshipper. And also his demonic partner, alleged Julia Greenberg, who is a witch, a sorceress, and so on. Also, God dropped to me little clues that it was a Jewish because of the Star of David, just symbols that he was pointing me out to. Also looking at the Star of David, which has two triangles in its symbolism. Could they be representations of the Trinity of God and the Trinity of Devil, maybe? Either way, the triangle of enlightenment, i.e. real enlightenment from God through the Word and Holy Spirit, and then the demonic enlightenment of the devil, as in the Illuminati. Who knows, but then again the Illuminati is traditionally upright. And what do these people do with their technology? They rabbit all day long, criticising, giving orders, giving advice, using other helmsters to insult you if you don't carry out an instruction. This is like what you can hear in your head. So it's like that I'm attached to other consciences depending on the handler's instructions. So, you know, like they're like within reach for him to use against you. And I don't know if this is like just something that they make up, like some sort of play in your head or something. I don't know whether these are real consciences. It seems like it to me, and you can see the faces and their energy, you can feel their energy force. So the reason why I have more than just one handler now from 2 years ago is apparently I've gone up the ranks suffering the pain from being helmed, That's basically the punishment that's on my head. So they can do more stuff to me now. Some stuff I will feel like hard pressure, being shot in the head, and other stuff is milder because I've been blocked that hard in the head, and also a feeling of being slewed or raped and then spunked quite literally. But again, it's like a spiritual feeling. As I say, they've got somehow the power of your pineal gland and can emit these feelings down your nervous system. I don't believe that they've got my spirit, they've just hooked onto my brain some way. They have the power over your body to an extent and can suddenly make your head move fast each side. And when they give instructions, they flap your hand while they talk to your fingers. So it's like, you could have done that way, or you could have done this, and why are you so fat, and stuff like that all day long. We're going to kill you, and like that all day. And they do it like while you're unaware, and then when you're actually aware of it, you can actually stop your hand flapping. So it's your will against theirs. So they definitely have control over your body through your nervous system some way. Yesterday I had to run to the toilet for number 2 because that witch, alleged Julia Greenberg, was mentally projecting to me to defecate myself while I was out on a day trip. As I have said earlier, they have the power of sorcery to knock things over in your room and hit you somehow at the same time. I don't know how that actually transcends from technology and sorcery at the same time. I haven't got a clue how that links up. And from the last 2 weeks, I have come to learn some of my teachers from my school and colleges are in the collective helm to think tank as well as me. And they, like celebrities, doctors, scientists, are considered in the middle triangle, but higher than sex slaves, like the label they put on me, which I won't play along with, and that's why I'm getting punished. Unless they are affiliated with high-end sorcery and devils and advocates, or they are devil's advocates, I should say, who play back and forth with engaging in helping and hindering with a victim of the handler's choice, depending on whether they have been a good slave or not to the handler. I am currently in everyone's bad books because I simply won't put my head down or have a demonic sex with my handler. That's why all my crime is in this superior network, which is no crime, as I didn't sign up for this upper consciousness. It locked on because I was come in with like the kingdom spouse thing, and I was made more and more aware of this person, and I'm just wondering whether the kingdom spouse thing is just a lure to trap you, like in some sort of love spell thing. I don't know whether my true kingdom spouse will come forward. I don't know, which might be Tom York. I don't know. I'm just a single parent going through her business with a child. I know that I'm a prophetess, and I know that I'm ordained with this to take this new world order down, and I'm part of that thing. And if I die, I'm not part of it, or whatever. I'm 100% honest, no criminal record, just will not partake in being oppressed by spiritual terrorists. Basically, anyone who has an influence on society, bottom upwards, is in this helm or think tank. And those who can also be people like myself, who are believers in God and won't participate willingly in the demonic worship, but they have to play devil's advocate, where they have to carry out instructions to hurt someone and to pat them into shape to comply. So they get punished if they don't carry out their orders to bully someone in this spiritual capture tank, wherever it is. Which brings me to Tom York and myself, where he's vulnerable in the early 1990s, and was took advantage of these handlers, the same ones as me. After being brought into the helm through being successful through his music, where he was prosecuted and coerced into stealing and getting suspended sentence, and also he's coerced into prostitution as well for a while. I know Tom, along with myself, is going through it as they make him experience being thrown across the helm and violently slammed down. So that's like felt in the spirit realm, and I can feel it in myself. Along with being shot in the head, having a strong demonic heat, being operated on, slewn all over the place, spiritually raped up the butthole, as he said, and you can taste semen on his breath, along with all the stuff I'm having pressure on and so on, and I can vouch that as well. I can actually smell semen all over me, and I haven't gone with anyone in the real world. It's spiritual terrorism. It's, as I say, it locks onto all your senses and nervous system. I don't know what part of it's technical and what part of it is sorcery, but either way it's not good. Neither of us can derealm because we are having spiritual entities shut down our pineal glands. So the physical hardship is getting harder and harder each day, and it's actually affecting my voice as well. And Tom has it worse because he has two handlers in the real world as well on top, from what I understand, where he has to get past to try and escape. We have been trying to meet up, but he cannot escape them as yet, as he doesn't have the physical strength to do it. Just to come up and meet with me, to form a union, to bear witness to the world for to see. We are all slaves, rich and poor alike, and I know he's got away with from one handler, his ex-wife, who was torturing him. So that's one down, two to go, or three. Who are these people who run the realm helm? Those whom I understand are the high-end handlers and sorcerers and demonic worshippers are real anti-Semitic Jewish, and that I mean Jews who I don't consider real Jews are anti-Semitic Jews of the reverse order. In other words, their God is like the devil, not to be mixed up with the proper Orthodox God-fearing Jew, which I'll call swedges. So I'll say that the Jews in reverse, and they are the opposite end and worship the devil, who I believe are early alchemists and deal with high-end sorcery. Those include George Soros and many of the other anti-Semitic Jewish order families that run our world. And to reiterate again, they are not proper Jews. They are of the demonic bloodline that consider themselves superior and have enslaved genuine Jews and slaughtered them, and have covered themselves with the blood of genuine God-fearing Jews. In other words, they use real Jews as their shield, human shield, so they can get away with stuff. From what I understand, this has got to be confirmed in real life yet. My handlers act like they are superior and think they can control everything about my life, to the way I think, the way I behave, what time I can go to bed at, who I can have a relationship, how to treat my child, what to eat, when to eat it, when I can go, when to spend my money on, what to spend my money on. And the hilarious thing is that they apply the law of Moses, which is a blatant 10 Commandments piece to take out of your life and make you feel guilty whilst they're having sex with children, watching children being hacked up alive, having demonic sex with your spiritual essence, messing about with your reality, having 1,000 sexual encounters, and sensing my handler's ghost under my skin, looks at my child in the most disgusting sexual way, and has admitted, along with his demonic witch partner, wanting to bring her into the helm to masturbate and demonically take her. But because of my anointing, I know she's safe. And also, if they manage to kill me, she will be a physical demonic candy for their kind. That's the alleged Jeremy Chatsky and his witch wife, or common law partner Julia Greenberg, and their adopted daughter is also in training to be a witch, and God knows what she's going through, and I think she should be took away as soon as possible. to protect her before it's too late. Also, coming back home through Birmingham after a trip to Oxford, I saw the big bull in the Grand Central called Ozzy, which was a feat of mechanical engineering, which is good in itself, but my God, did it look satanic. We know the reasoning for the bull, as in Birmingham Bull Ring, being slaughter. But they did have to put a demonic spin on it, and with the symbolism of the eye over the railway station, and the point and the design of the Grand Central building being like New York Oculus, could it be any more obvious? Who's this pointing towards? And I think it is the Illuminati, and it almost looks childish in a way. But the bulls are like it was slaughtering the bulls were actually in the centre of the bull ring, as you know, and also I think it's a symbol for what's coming, and I think they're ready to take it to the next level. Who knows, it might have child slaughter and all sorts in the future, and this might be some time off, but I reckon it's heading towards that, because some of the language that they used promoting this bull thing, it's definitely got satanic roots to it, and I've just got shot in the back. And stuff like that, and it's definitely it's awful to see all the stuff that's actually related to this bull. And also walking through the German market, which didn't feel very German. There was a massive influx of a one dominating race there. Was the most tacky looking Christmas event I'd ever seen in my life in Birmingham, which was full of hedonistic but tacky, just a show of like a total gluttony and hedonism. I think it just reminded me of like Moses and that worship of Baal or whatever it is, which is related to that bull anyway. It's definitely got the makings of that kind of horrible satanic feel to it. I did not see many white people, especially older white people, since COVID. I wondered if it was regentrification or demonic. Was it demographic replacement? Demonic replacement. Yeah, so that's... I just felt like an alien walking through my city. And it's hard to accept forceful change, and it's getting very tacky, Birmingham, anyway, now. It's definitely relating to the New World Order stuff. And also, through the helm, I'm getting death threats and being burnt with acid. Someone says they was going to burn me with acid if I mention the fact that there's a coven in this local church, or that pretends to be a church. Maybe it's half and half, but that bit's actually took over. I'm putting this up as a continuing statement of what I'm experiencing. Should there be a time where it becomes more relevant to up-and-coming events, I cannot prove this is happening, as it's spiritual terrorism that is hidden without a trace to the world, unless like the victim knows about it, unless otherwise proved. And the laws relating to witchcraft have been abolished for centuries, and also the authorities are also held in this think tank of upper consciousness, and to get helmed and physically punished for doing the right thing. So I'm leaving it up to God to show the open door, and maybe Tom York, as he is doing the same as me, can come forward as a witness eventually and expose this as soon as he can with me. I'm already doing it. I'm lucky that I don't have a handler, but I reckon there'll probably be a few that'll try. Hoping that this sorcery or technology can be proved together, and the perpetrators can be caught and held account for the misery they have caused to us victims. And once we rid this thing, it'll be a lot better place and a more fairer place, I think. And they're messing about with my voice. And also, this is proof that I'm not going mad. And also this, because I've got feeling crushed inside, and they're restricting my breathing, and I'm determined not to go mad, and I'm just continuing to expose this. Okay, thank you for your time, and God bless. Bye.